happening over on the side. If anybody's not aware, bartender Esteban, the organizer of this place, is surfing bar, and we have very, very, very low-priced wine and beer. And for the people who don't even want to go that far, we have some cold water too, which is always refreshing. So I just want to point out that you are part of New Masses Nights at this point, and we're going to get this evening rolling along. I want to do some quick introductions, and if those guys in the back could do me a favor, brothers in the back, hey guys, why don't you have a seat, enjoy the party here, relax. Okay. So we've got an amazing evening planned for you this evening, but I also want to point out for folks who come in here for the first time, this event happens the last Saturday of every month. If it kills me, I'm going to keep it going. So at this point, we've done some struggles to we've done some struggles to get it moving along. My name is John Pietaro. I was the guy who came up with this idea, but it's a community act here. This isn't a one-man band. So where did Cameron go? Is Cameron still up here somewhere? The co-curator is Cameron Orr, who's somewhere in the background helping out. He's getting ice. That's a very important role. It's a good thing I have a big mouth and like to talk in public, or I'd be out there buying the ice as well. So Cameron is a co-curator. The gentleman who just talked about ice is our bartender and the organizer of this very space here. That's Esteban Nemhard. Over there on the side in the back is Gary, who is selling books. He is the staff of International Publishers, one of the great left-wing publishing houses of the 20th century. Gary's got some books there that if you haven't had a chance to check out, you'll want to do that. And those books go right along with the kind of evening we're going to have. Tonight, we celebrate not only Black history, which is the obvious thing, but we celebrate Black lives. And we celebrate the concept of the arts of the fight back. And we get to spit it back into the face of the Trump administration right here, right now, tonight. And that's really what we're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, we wouldn't have an event if I won't say we wouldn't have an event, but I wouldn't be has been involved in founding this event if it wasn't for what we were up against. We started this in November, shortly before Election Day. Okay, we didn't do it enough to make an impact because we still got stuck with what we got stuck with. But it doesn't matter because each month folks have been coming together, and what we've been presenting is a combination of free jazz, poetry, new composition, songs, a little bit of everything. I like to call it a revolution in jazz, word, and song. And that's what this is about. And we named it New Masses Nights to give some homage to the concept of this magazine that hasn't been around in about 60 years, called The New Masses. A magazine that was founded in 1924 by some writers, very radical group of guys and ladies, who were, most of which were members of the Communist Party, the same folks who lent us this space here. And the New Masses magazine featured some of the greatest writers of the 20th century, because at that time, it wasn't a problem to call yourself a socialist, a communist, an anarchist, or a troublemaker of any kind. And the good news is now, in the face of the Trump administration, we seem to be having another phase of hipness in radicalism. And that is a gift that son of a bitch in the White House gave us, whether he knew it or not. So I'm very pleased with that. One of the greatest writers of our past century that was a very involved member of the New Masses group was Langston Hughes. I think we've all heard of him. I want to open this up with a little bit of Langston Hughes, and then we're going to be bringing up our three acts. So I don't think anybody here is going to be leaving too soon, but I want to make sure that I let you all know who are just walking in what's going to be happening tonight. We open with a very special quartet led by a legendary, really powerhouse kind of bass player in the jazz tradition, who has kind of invaded New York after taking over Boston and probably quite a few other states as well. And that's Larry Rowland with his quartet. So he'll be opening the show tonight. After that will be our headliner. That's the legendary, in her own right, Amina Baraka. And she'll be ably accompanied by my band, the Red Microphone, that's played here a number of times. And then, yeah, I know, it's okay. We're not Amina Baraka. That's why we wanted her in the middle of all those photos that we posted before. We're going to be doing some music tonight, recorded just a couple of weeks ago, for the amazing jazz label, underground jazz label called ESP Disc. And Amina's actual debut recording as a leader is this one on ESP Disc. So we're proud to have been there with her in the studio. We're proud to be here with her tonight. And in June, when this thing gets released, we're going to be back. So you're going to be able to buy that record in June. And ESP Disc is no slouch. And you'll also have a chance to say hello to the gentleman who runs the label at this point in time when we're about to come up. I told him to do some juggling, tell some party jokes, because we'll have to set up. And it's hard for me to talk and set up drums at the same time. The third act coming on is the Dave Ross Trio with a very special guest who will be doing vocals and movement. And my thing is like, wow, this is all about breaking down barriers and creating arts, new arts out of everything we have to work with. So I'm thrilled to have some movement in this. So that's what's going to be happening here tonight. So let me give you a little snippet of something that Langston Hughes wrote for the New Masses magazine called Mother and Child. Yes. Ain't nobody seen it, said old lady Lucy Duggs. Ain't nobody seen it but the midwife and the doctor and her husband. They say she won't let a soul come in the room, but it's still living because Molly Ransom heard it crying. And the woman from Downsville, what amended delivery, says it's as healthy a child as she's ever seen. Indeed, that's what she said. Well, it's a shame, said Sister Wiggins. It's here. I've been living in Boyd Center for 22 years at peace with these white folks. Ain't had no trouble yet till this child was born. Now look at them. Just look what's going on. People acting like a pack of wolves. Poor little brat. He's not been in the world a week yet, said Mrs. Sam Jones, taking off her hat, and done caused more trouble than all the rest of us in a lifetime. I was born here, and I've never seen the white folks up in arms like they are today. But they don't need to think they can walk over Sam and me, for we own our land. It's bought and paid for. We send our children to school. Thank God this is Ohio, not Mississippi. But white folks is white folks, honey. South or north, north or south, said Lucy Duggs. I've lived in both, and I know. But in Mississippi, they lynched Douglas by now. Where's Douglas? Asked Mattie Crane. You all know I don't know much about this mess. Way back yonder on that farm where I live, you don't get nothing straight. So where's Douglas? Douglas is here. Saw him just now in the field doing his spring plowing where I drove the road as stubborn and bold-faced as he can be. We told him he ought to leave here. Well, I wish he'd go and get out, said Sister Wiggins. If that would help any. His brother's got more sense than he has, even if he is a 17-year-old child himself. Clarence left here yesterday, went to Cleveland, but their ma, poor Sister Carter, she's still trying to battle it out. She told me last night, though, she thinks she'll have to leave now. They won't let her have no more provisions at the general store. And they ain't got their spring seed yet. They can't pay cash for it. Don't need to tell me, old man Hartman's got evil as the rest of the white folks. Didn't he tell my husband Saturday night he'd have to pay up every cent of his back bill, or we couldn't take nothing out of that store, and we've been trading that for years. That's their way of striking back at us. Yes, but Lord, my husband knows the father of that child, not mine. Jim's got too much pride to go fooling around on any loose white woman. Child, you can't tell about men. Langston Hughes, incredible. And that was something he probably knocked off in about 10 minutes for the New Masses magazine. We're going to get our evening of music, poetry, and song and movement going. So please, guys ready? So this is probably the best crowd we've ever had. I'm so glad. This should be a trend. And one thing I'm going to make sure that folks recognize is this is a grassroots event, and we thank you so much for being here, but 100% of the proceeds from the door, 100% goes to the musicians. You can't get that kind of deal anywhere, believe me. All musicians and other artists in the audience know that. That's definitely not the case anywhere else. but our friends here at the CP said, hey, artists are coming here, they're workers too. So we asked, a couple of us will be walking around, you got it, brother. A couple of us will be walking around, kind of a pass the hat. We're asking for a $10 donation, except for the performers themselves. But otherwise, we're asking for a $10 donation. And if you can't give 10, give what you can. But we ask for that because, again, 100% goes to the performers, and we want to make sure that it happens. Also, don't forget, we do have very, very low-priced liquor over there on the side. We've got nice wine and beer, so please make sure you indulge, and some snacks as well. Also, I want to give a special thanks to the woman who never gets recognized, Susan Young, who's over here, who's shooting this whole event. And she shoots a lot of these events. And, Unsung Young. I hate to say this, it sounds like a dinner that I might have ordered, one drunken night, I don't know, but that was a horrible joke, right? It just didn't go at all, but I couldn't help it. So once again, we've got some folks going around with a basket. Please make sure that you give till it hurts, because I hope this evening don't hurt at all. This is a warm and loving evening. We're going to set up now for the next set with Amina and the red microphone, and I'm going to ask Stephen Hulche from the label that we just recorded for ESP Disc to come on up, say a couple of words to let folks know what ESP is about. Stephen, come on up.
The first thing I knew about me having to do this was when he talked about it before, so I did not have any prepared remarks. I am just here to fill time.
Once you left about ESP Disc, it's a beautiful label.
ESP Disc was founded in 1963 by a lawyer named Bernard Stallman, who was working for musicians mostly, because he wanted to do a record of Esperanto, hence ESP. And he did one, and then he heard Albert Eiler and he decided he had something better to do with his record label. And I think we can all feel thankful for that. Bernard was also the worst businessman ever. For me to say that, my wife would tell you, is really saying something, because I'm not a businessman either, but he didn't care whether a record was going to sell. He just wanted it to say something that wasn't already being said. And I think that, when your label puts out Albert Eiler and the first Pharoah Sanders album and the first Sun Ra albums that most people heard of. Yeah. And Paul Bley and people who are less well known, like James Zetro, Sonny Simmons, and some of the non-jazz things too, like the Fugs and Pearls Before Swine, and some even more obscure people. He's clearly going for what the mainstream couldn't handle. And you look at the mainstream now, and it still can't handle it. So I feel honored to be able to try to keep the label going, because there's still a need for the label. And we are, as aforementioned, going to be doing an album of Amina Baraka's poetry accompanied by the red microphone. And you will be hearing a lot of that really soon. And John, set up your drums faster, because I'm running out of things to say. All right, I don't have to keep talking. Everybody go buy a drink.
Thank you, Stephen. Stephen Hulche from ESP Disc Records, one of my very favorite labels in the whole world. And when I reached out to him and said, hey, Amina Baraka wants to record her debut recording as an artist unto herself, not with her very well-known husband, he said, definitely. It was like, he didn't have to even think it over, so we're thrilled about that. Yeah. Where's Cameron? Cam, could you help us with the keyboard, please? we have a keyboard. All right. So thanks again so much, everybody, for coming. We're going to be bringing up the second act now, and I get to somehow announce myself as well, which is always uncomfortable. This next act, of course, is actually, the feature here is Amina Baraka, and this is somebody who has been a heartbeat of the movement for decades. Not only the widow of one of the great revolutionary poets, but a great revolutionary poet in her own right. So we're really proud to be working with her. I've known Amina for about 16 years or so, and I met her right around this place at that time, and have had the chance to perform with her over the years. So now that she's sort of really coming into her own and moving in a very wonderful direction, I'm thrilled to be a part of that. So the ensemble playing with her is the red microphone, and let me just give a quick announcement about that because it makes it easier, then I'll go sit down and shut up. Ras Moshe Burnett on saxophones and flute. Rocco John Iacovonne on saxophones and keyboard. Laurie Towers on electric bass. I'm John Pietaro, the drummer. And please, give a warm welcome. Think of this as her debut gig as a leader. Amina Baraka!
Thank you. I also would like to recognize some of the veterans in this movement and thank the Communist Party USA, the party of the United States of America, for having the right time to do this. We can't let them win. We got this. There are a lot of veterans in this room. I can't name them all, but I can tell you this. I salute you and your wives, not just the veterans that Trump talks about who were forced to fight imperialist wars. Every veteran in this house volunteered to fight for justice, liberty, and equality. Their families had to suffer because they were on the front lines. A lot of veterans in this house have wives and children left behind, and they've been long gone. It is time for us to fight for ourselves. Here we have Sekou Odinga's wife here. Here we have Nellie Bailey here. Here we have workers from the, I don't know which one, I was down there with y'all in Charleston. That's right, and then from North. Come on now, Bobby. Okay. We got all types of people involved, and I'm not going to speak of all the veterans in the Communist Party of USA, because that would take up every time. We have Reggie Workman here. You talking about trains? Miss anybody, that's why I didn't want to mention everybody, but we got what we call the old timers. We got Joan Gibbs in the house. And I'm being very prejudiced because I'm announcing, oh my God, and here's the real veteran. Oh, the veterans of the Black Liberation Movement. There he is. And the Communist Party knows this better than anybody. It is not just about the person, it is about their families, their children. You know how many families been divided? You know how many people we have buried, friends, comrades? So we have a duty. And I hope to be able to live long enough. But if I don't live long, I hope I never disrespect a veteran of the Black Liberation Movement and the People's Workers. And if I do, I give you permission too. And thank you so much, John, and this group I'm working with. Thank you so much. I don't know. This is my first. I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to do it. But I don't. Let's believe this. Don't you ever believe that anybody who is famous is less than you who fought the war. Because most of us, I could not be here if it were not for you. And let us remember to hold hands and fight forever and never surrender. Never surrender. And the Communist Party USA, yes, I am a member, and I will say, glory, hallelujah. Let's go. If they could hear us dig it, yeah? The international now. Asian, white, the people united will never be defeated.
We're going to carry on with a piece that's obviously a piece of Amina's poetry, and this is one of the compositions by Rocco, and this is something that Amina calls The Things I Love.
I love a Stevie Wonder lyric. I love a cultural revolution. I love Henry Fonda and Grapes of Wrath. I love Paul Robeson and Brown Valley. Well, I love a people's war. I love the working class of all nationalities. Because I love revolution. I love freedom. And I love to write a poem. I love Clifford Brown and his dreams. I love Max Roach and Abby Lincoln's Freedom Speech. But I love collard greens and cornbread. I love enchiladas. I love fried dumplings. I love Japanese food. I love bagels and green cheese. I love a grass steak. I love a Greek salad. I love veal parmesan. And guess what? I love Sacco and Vincetti. I love corned beef and cabbage. I love tap dancing and step dancing. I love beans, black, red, brown, white beans. I love beans. I love the mambo. Because I love to dance. I love curried lamb, goat, and rice. And I love to have my way. I love a warm shower. I love green plants. I love all my children, even the ones that don't belong to me. I love antique rocking chairs. I love to cook sweet potato pie. I love Charlie Parker. I love birds. But I love they're great, right? John, you found me and gathered this together.
I'm gonna rock, I found four. Yeah.
You found me.
We're gonna carry on with another piece. These are all on the new album. So we're gonna carry on with another piece from this called Real Dreams.
Okay.
This is my grandpa. Like the rich I gotta call
Real dreams. Zora Neale Hurston. We know who we're talking about here.
They are
Mayor's mom. Give it up for Amina. And we're so thrilled to be working with her. We're so thrilled to have all of us working with you. Think this. We're going to take two, but please don't leave. Amazing act. One of my favorite guitar players, well, there happens to be another favorite guitar player in the world sitting to my immediate right here. Burnett. Say hello to Burnett from Ornette Coleman's band and so many other places. So I can't say my favorite in the world because there's too many. Can never choose. But one of my favorites, Dave Ross, will be coming up with his trio, and as I said before, we'll be adding a special piece to this where there'll be some movement and vocals and things like that. So don't leave. Buy some drinks. It's all going to the house, and I think, Sue, you want to make us, so Sue Yellen, some of you are probably on her mailing list. Sue, what's your mailing list called? Remind me the name of your mailing list, that you, the Jazz...
Jazz Happening.
Oh yeah, Jazz Happenings. Give it up to Sue Yellen.
This is not jazz. Next Saturday, Sister Angela will be in the house.
Make sure you're here.
Angela Davis, right here.
That's right.
Next Saturday. Put it in your calendar right now. Okay? I won't be there, but I'm going to Charleston. But don't forget, if you want to go on to my jazz list, come and talk to me. Thomas Chamber in the back. Okay.
Also, quick mention, a lot of the artists who come here, again, as I said before, we ask everybody to give their $10 donation. In addition to that, though, a lot of the artists who perform here are selling CDs of their own. So Rocco's large ensemble, which actually includes Ross and myself and a bunch of other people, really. It's an octet, and there was a piece that was recorded live at the Stone 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, in honor of Will Connell. So that CD is available, just came out on Unsound Rain Records. Michael Moss, who you heard earlier, also has a CD out. Michael's CDs are here, Rocco's are there, and if any other performer wants to sell something, the floor is yours. Thanks again, and please buy some drinks, everybody. Gig tonight here, and we're so thrilled you all came out. So I hate to do this because it's the most patronizing thing in the world, but give yourselves a hand for being here tonight. It was an amazing evening. When I'm in the audience and people say that, I hate it, but you know what? I mean it this time. So let's get the last act on. This is the pièce de résistance. Mr. David Ross on guitar. Eric Lawrence and Ras Moshe on saxophones and flutes. And Queen Shlomit on vocals and movements. Give it up for them.
Thank you so much, you guys, for coming tonight. All right. Places.
Oh, wow.
Shlomit Oren Ross. So this next piece is, it's funny that Larry mentioned the abolitionists, but this next piece is called Burning Shame, and it's by this up-and-comer, Frederick Douglass. He's really got a lot to say, and I think he's going to be on CNN. Really incredible orator. So I just wanted to read a little piece. This is actually from the Lesson of the Hour pamphlet that was published in 1894 by Frederick Douglass. It's a little sad that some of this still lines up with things that we're dealing with nowadays. So have a little cry of freedom in between. This burning shame, but how can this problem be solved? I will tell you how it cannot be solved. It cannot be solved by keeping the Negro poor, degraded, ignorant, and half-starved, as I have shown, is now being done in the southern states. It cannot be solved by keeping back the wages of labor by fraud, as is now being done by the landlords of the South. It cannot be done by ballot box stuffing, by falsifying election returns, or by confusing the Negro voter by cunning devices. Let the white people of the North and South conquer their prejudice. Let the Northern press and pulpit proclaim the gospel of truth and justice against the war now being made upon the Negro that is still being waged even today. Let American people cultivate kindness and humanity. Let the South abandon the system of mortgaged labor and cease to make the Negro a pauper by paying him dishonest script for his honest labor. Let them give up the idea that they can be free while making the Negro a slave. They are not required to do much. They are only required to undo the evil they have done in order to solve this problem. In old times when it was asked, how could we abolish slavery? The answer was, quit stealing. As in the mother watching her 3 children be sold into slavery. The same is the solution of the race problem today. The whole thing can be done simply by no longer violating the amendment of the Constitution of the United States, and no longer evading the claims of justice. If this were done, there would be no Negro problem, or national problem to vex the South or vex the nation. Let the organic law of the land be honestly sustained and obeyed. Let the political parties cease to palter in a double sense and live up to the noble declaration we find in their platforms. Let the statesmen of our country live up to their convictions. In the language of ex-Senator Ingalls, let the nation try justice, and the problem will be solved. Thank you. Oren Ross, reeds and flute. Ras Moshe, saxophone and flute. Shlomit Oren Ross, Winston, theatrics, and voice, and Videographer. Thank you so much.
Give it up one more time for Dave Ross and company. Amazing set. I would like to have a dancer in every ensemble that's here. If we want to hang around for 3 hours or so every month, that'll be just fine. That was just wonderful. Mixed media is the way to go. So I want to thank everybody so much. We were supposed to make a firm stop at 10, but it was going so well. How could we make it stop? We have some not so friendly neighbors who said no noise after 10 p.m. or they're going to call the cops on us. And the party does not need the cops breathing down the throat right now. I'll tell you that. I want to thank everybody for coming, and let's please thank the guys here from the Communist Party who actually host us physically in this space. And just the idea that you're all applauding for the Communist Party adoring Trump and make Trump America is just touching my heart, I must say. Also want to make sure that folks remember, in the back right there is International Books. They've been around since 1923 or 24. And they're still going strong because of my friend Gary in the back there. So if you're interested, please make sure you check out some of the books. And if you want a shot for the ride home, you still got some liquor back over there? Still got some whiskey and wine. Okay, that's good to know. So if you need something for the way home, do that. So thanks so much again also to Esteban, who's the organizer of this space itself. Thanks to Cameron, who is my co-curator here someplace. And I'm John Pietaro, your host. Thank you so much.
Worked out great. Such a surprise.
Same number, same